Hey, Shelly, I am really excited to talk to you today because I really enjoyed meeting you through Beachbody. That's how we got connected and connected with a lot of people. And I don't know that I've ever heard your whole story, like how you came to Beachbody, how you, like, what were you doing before?
Well, first of all, I'm glad to be here and talking to you too, because I loved meeting you and yeah, being able to hang out with you as well. So, your question again.
Well, like, how did you, because I remember meeting you, but I don't remember what were you doing before you found Beachbody?
Well, before I found Beachbody, I'm actually in the health and fitness industry. I am a group fitness instructor and personal trainer, and I'm going on 20 years now.
Wow.
So I've been doing it for a while, and with that said, I've seen just about every different program, everything you can think of, I've seen come and go, and what works, what doesn't work, and have a pretty good idea, you know, um, with that experience, how I can kind of help people and guide them with their health and fitness. So that's kind of where I've been doing before Beachbody.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so you've been doing that for a long time. Were you looking like usually when we find something like a business like this, we're looking for something, or there's something in our life that we want to change. Maybe we don't know what it is, but we're sort of open to it. Would you say, like, how did you come to find Beachbody?
Well, there's actually a couple different things that, that kind of came together at the same time. Um, the first part is, one of the things I dealt with as being a trainer is a lot of the people you worked with were in the gym, and it was one-on-one sessions, and you're basically taking them through a hardcore workout was the majority of it. In Minnesota, you had to be a registered dietitian to give out a meal plan. So that kind of was off the table. I could guide people with their health or with their nutrition choices, but I couldn't really give them anything. So I felt like part of me, my hands were tied with that. While I put these people through awesome workouts and they might have had a little bit of results from it, there was nothing I felt like significantly happening. Yeah, I really struggled with that nutrition because I knew that was a big component that was going to come to their success. And I might only see these people once, twice a week, and that's it. And I couldn't keep up and monitor and keep them accountable for what they were trying to do. So that was struggle number one. The next was my own personal struggle with my health issues. In 2008, I was diagnosed with celiac disease. And before that diagnosis, I had went through many, many, many years, as a fitness instructor and trainer, thinking that I'm doing all the right things, but then finding out my food was destroying my body, like literally killing my body. And again, most of your instructors and trainers just have a baseline knowledge of nutrition. After that diagnosis, I really dove in to learn more about my disease and autoimmune diseases and our food and how it really affects the body. And some of those trainings and information that I found, you're not going to find in a textbook. You're not going to find it. It's not in a textbook. You're not going to find it through a nutrition training or a college course. They don't talk about, how genetically modified foods affect the body and how it can destroy the gut lining, and how, you lose that, 70% of your gut health, dictates your immunity and these health issues that pop up. And so once I learned more about that, obviously I was trying to change my nutrition to help improve my own health issues with adrenal fatigue, chronic fatigue syndrome, joint issues. There's lots of inflammation in my body that I was needing to get rid of. So there was a big dietary change that I was making. However, I was still nutrient deficient. All the changes I was doing, I still was not absorbing the nutrients like I needed to. And I was on a pretty highly reputable vitamin, Maluka vitamins. Some people probably know them. They're a really great company, very reputable. However, because, it was just an indication. My body was not absorbing. I was still nutrient deficient. So it was not absorbing these vitamins, even though I thought that they would help. And it was about that time that I also was moving to Arizona and from Minnesota. And I was going to have to start over with my business. And a lot of people who are in the fitness industry know that it takes a lot of time to build your clientele base. You're in the gym 12, 14, 16 hours trying to build that up to where you finally get to a schedule that is conducive, that you can somewhat manage. And I had gotten to that schedule, but now I was going to have to start all over again. So at that time is when my master trainer, TRX trainer, Anne, had mentioned about, I considered doing the online coaching. And oh, by the way, there's this awesome supplement called Shakeology that you should try that might help with some of the issues that you're having with your nutrient absorption and as well. Wow. And so that's kind of where I got kind of introduced into what Beachbody could provide and do for me.
That's awesome.
So I was very, very intrigued on a couple levels.
That's great. So that was 3 years ago? 2 years ago?
That was 3 years ago now.
Okay. And so what has Shakeology done for you? Like do you have those same issues or it helped?
You know what? That was a game changer for me. That was definitely a game changer for me because in that month when I first decided to try it, first of all, I didn't have anything to lose. Didn't have anything to lose. There's a money back guarantee. So I'm like, what the heck? I might as well try it, see if it works. If it doesn't, I can go back to whatever. But in that month's time, I was one of those instructors. I was teaching 2 to 3 classes a day. And I would come home at night and then literally eat nonstop from 5 to 10 o'clock at night. And again, I know from my background that a lot of that is because my body was searching for the nutrients it wasn't getting. And in that month that I gave the Shakeology a try, those cravings in the evening stopped. And I ended up losing 8 pounds that month. I wasn't even trying to lose 8 pounds. That just is the byproduct that had happened from it, which was good news for me because
you get the nutrients in your body. Yeah.
Well, at my age, at 45 years old, at that time, I could not keep doing 2 to 3 classes a day. Yeah. Teaching physical fitness, teaching hardcore classes, 2 to 3 classes a day. It was getting really hard on my body. And so to know that now I actually had a supplement that could help my body recover, I was getting the nutrients I needed, and I didn't have to teach 2 to 3 classes to offset the ridiculous amount of calories I was taking in because my body was so out of control. So that was huge. And I just went in this last fall for some blood work, and all the nutrients deficiencies that I had, all of them are gone.
Oh, that's
I was nutrient deficient in calcium, vitamin D, B12, potassium, magnesium, and I think there was another one. Yep, when we did all my blood work this last fall, all of those nutrient deficiencies gone, which is huge, especially when you have an autoimmune disease. You want to make sure that, you need your body working at its optimal because you're already at a hypersensitivity to things going in your body. So the more it can be at that high level of being able to function is so important.
That's awesome. Well, so do you see, has Beachbody, the online coaching, been a way to help you? Because you talked about when you moved to Arizona, you didn't have that client base. So were you able to start a business with Beachbody Coaching online? I mean, tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. It's so funny because that what truly was the amazing part of it. When I moved down here to Phoenix, I didn't have to lose all those clients I had back in Minnesota. I was able to continue on with some of those clients and connect through them with the online coaching.
Awesome.
And then the other thing that I didn't realize is there's this whole huge market of people out there that either can't get to a gym, can't afford a gym, maybe the gym doesn't have daycare, maybe the gym is too far away, or inconvenience, doesn't have the times available that they need to get to the gym. There's a ridiculous high percentage of people that do not work out in a gym that still need help. And that was very, very eye-opening, because all of a sudden there was all these people in my hometown that I was now working with down in Arizona that I did not work with when I was back in Minnesota, because they did not go to the gym. They just were not in there. So now I was still working with friends, and it opened up a whole new window of people for me to work with. I realized I wasn't limited to my zip code, and that I had the options of working with people anywhere in the country. I've got cousins in Oregon and Florida that I could work with. So it was really eye-opening. And I think the other piece of it too was knowing now I can still take and use my expertise of being that trainer, because I think that's one of the things that trainers worry about. We're like, well, I already give out programs and I can already do this stuff. But I think, I still do some of those things. If there's someone that has a knee limitation or a shoulder limitation, I can go through and I can create, a program by using our Beachbody On Demand. I can take bits and pieces from other little programs and create a hybrid for them. If they are dealing with an ankle injury, but they still want to work their upper body, I can tell them, and put together their own little routine, or create a hybrid. If they're going to the gym a few days a week, but they want to supplement at home, I can hybrid and tell them, okay, these are the workouts you're going to do from this program when you're home. This is what you're going to do when you're in the gym. And oh, by the way, these programs all come with a nutritional plan, that I can help guide them and they can follow. And by doing the online training, I see them every single day. So the accountability that comes into play is huge now. And now, instead of helping people lose 5, 10 pounds, now I'm helping people lose 40, 50, 60, 70 pounds. Wow. Because of being able to do this. Yeah. That's huge. That says a lot to me. And again, these people are people that are not going to a gym. We're doing this online, and I'm helping them while they're doing this out of their homes.
That's awesome. So that's something that I know you meet with a lot of trainers, and I used to be a trainer, so I know that you're paid for the time you're with that client, but this has been giving you the opportunity to leverage your time, help more people, right?
Absolutely. You're not trading dollars for hours. And I'm going to be going on vacation here in a couple weeks, and guess what? I'm still going to be collecting a paycheck. Yay! I mean, there's no other, you're not going to get that being an independent contractor or being an employee at a gym. Very few trainers, very, very few, actually have a plan that includes, holiday pay or vacation pay. I actually don't know of any, to be honest. I don't know of any person, any trainer that gets that little perk. But that's definitely, was nice. It was like, oh my gosh, for the first time, I can take a vacation and I can still get paid. And which, never happened before.
That's awesome. So where do you see yourself going? Just to wrap up, where do you see yourself going with this business expanding? And I know
Well,
there's an app out now that makes it even easier for coaches. Say a trainer wanted to incorporate this in her business. There's an app they can use.
yes, they have. Now we have the Team Beachbody app. And on that app, you can actually use it right on your phone, and you can plug your clients right into the app, and they will actually chart their workouts, their Shakeology. You're still providing your guidance and motivation. You're posting tips, things that are going to help them with their program in that app. And then you can also see and monitor who's not checking in. I can also see who hasn't checked in for the last day or two. And then I can send out a personal message, and say, hey, Sarah, I see you haven't, checked in for the last couple of days. How are things going? What can I help you with? Those are some things that are right at your fingertips right now. And so many people are like glued to their phones. So the more things that you can make it easily accessible that they can do right off their phones, it's just the direction things are going. And to know that we have that app at our fingertips as coaches to be able to use is a huge feature. I guess I'm hoping that I can, show trainers and instructors, that they can take their passion for health and fitness, because, hey, it's my passion too. There's a lot of backstory as to why I got into doing this and why I'm so driven with health and fitness and helping other people. And that's saved for another day. But it's just nice to know that, like I said, there's just a small percentage of people that actually walk through the doors of a gym. Being able to be an online coach just opens up the doors for so many more people that you can help and work with. And yeah, that's just something that, I think it just complements everything that you're trying to do, and gives you another avenue to meet people and be able to still help them.
Yes.
So, and it just provides another added income, without really all the ridiculous hours. It's another income resource. You're not locked into all your eggs in one basket. And if you yourself get injured and you can't teach a class, or you get sick and you can't go in and do a session, but guess what? You can lay in bed and you can be on your computer checking in on your clients. Yeah. There's things that you can do that you couldn't do if you are just locked into that one area. It just gives you another resource to be able to utilize.
That's awesome. Well, gosh, I've really enjoyed this because I didn't really know your backstory. We were connected through Beachbody, which is incredible because you do meet so many people. We don't even live in the same state, but we're friends, and that's awesome. So the community part, would you say, is the community and support, like if someone gets started?
Oh my gosh.
I guess that's a fear of a lot of people. Could you speak to that a little bit?
I'm right there. It's the fear of the unknown, because when I went into this, I had no clue what online coaching was. No clue what I was worried too, because I'm not very tech savvy. If I'm even going to be able to do this, and the coming into the Beachbody community, it is like this family. It's just a big, huge family. Everyone is there trying to help each other, support each other, sharing what's working for them. No one hides what they're doing. If someone's having success, they're open and like, hey, you guys, this is working for me. You need to try this out. There's just a ton of support, and there's some things that I don't know. I know there's a coach there that does have the expertise in that area that can help me, and vice versa. I have expertise in some areas that I can share and help other people. So not only are you just kind of helping people with their health and fitness, but you're just this big, happy family that all share this common passion, of health and fitness, wanting to better ourselves. And you've got the support of this community of all these coaches around you desiring and wanting that same thing. And so, yeah, when you put yourself around those kind of people, you don't have anywhere to go but up because they just keep lifting you. They're just there to keep lifting you and lifting you and lifting you. So
that's awesome. Well, cool. Well, thanks so much I just love to hear your story. And what's the best way for people to contact you? Or if someone's listening to this and they want to know more about coaching, should they just go to your Facebook page?
Yeah, I would say, you could go ahead and write to my Facebook page. I have a like page. It's Shelly Levi Fit Connection. That is my like page, and that's probably the easiest place that you can reach me. I also have a personal page, but most of the stuff is being done on the like page. So I would say that would be the best place to search me out.
Awesome. Well, cool. Well, thank you so much. I enjoyed chatting with you as always.
And thanks for, chatting with me. I loved it. You're awesome. All right. We'll see you later.
Bye.